Welcome, folks. Today's topic is affirmation and process. And our speaker is Dr. Sunil Chhaya, who is a global mindset and transformational coach. Let us welcome for the topic of affirmation and process. Sir, welcome to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rashmi, for this opportunity.
It's a great pleasure to invite you for our channel, sir. Sir, what is affirmation?
Well, affirmation is a repetition of something. It is something which will create positive vibes within you, a positive energy within you, a positive attitude of yourself. That is what affirmation leads to, and that is what affirmation is all about. You have to simply go on repeating it, and that is when it starts affecting you and changing your life. Yeah.
Great, sir. Sir, how does the affirmation work?
Well, affirmations are things which are really getting impressed on your mind. Now, if I talk to you, I'll just a little brief on what a mind is and how it is connected to your brain. All right. So, as we know that the brain has got two parts. It's one is the logical part of the brain and one is the creative part. So, the logical part or the intellectual part that we call is connected to our outer conscious mind, and it collects all information from the environment through our five physical senses: see, hear, taste, smell, and touch. And that gets stored in the memory. And we can always pick out some file from that memory, just like in any library, and we can make use of that particular file to take us further to our and growth of our life. Now, going back to the brain, the right brain, that is we call it the creative, that is connected to our subconscious mind. Now, I divide the subconscious mind into two. One is the inner conscious mind, and the second is the unconscious mind.
Yes, sir.
The inner conscious is the one where the automation takes place. Okay, and that is where the affirmations get stored and get automated. This creates neuron paths in your brain. To give you a very simple example, if you have not learned to drive, you first start with a learner, with a school who teaches you how to drive, and you go and sit with your instructor. So the first question that comes to your mind, or the first confusion that comes to your mind, is how am I going to use two legs for the three pedals which are down there? I'm talking about these when the automatic cars I talked about. Let us go by those geared cars only. So the trainer will teach you step by step how to drive the car, what are the gears, what are these three pedals, and what is the steering, and how you should look at the road, and what is the rear wheel mirror, and everything XYZ. All things he will explain to you, and then he will ask you to start the car. Okay, maybe the first or the second day, and then you start driving the car. Over the period of 28 days, you learn how to drive the car. So all your confusion is cleared. Right? After that, you give a test and you get a license because you know how to drive that. Then you come back on the 29th day and you get into your own car. That is the time when you're again a little bit nervous. Why? Because you're now without a trainer sitting next to you, guiding you. Then you start doing it. And it becomes, you go on learning, you go on driving, and it becomes absolutely automatic. Today, when you go down to your garage, you simply unlock the car, sit inside, switch on the ignition, and take it off the parking. It has become unconscious awareness. Why? Because that inner conscious has created that automation. It has created those neural paths. Same is with affirmations. You go on saying those affirmations repeatedly, it creates a neural path in our inner conscious mind, and it goes on repeating, and that creates emotions in your unconscious mind. Right? This is what affirmations are about.
Fantastic, sir. Beautiful. Brain is very powerful. How many times that
Yes.
repetition of affirmation is really required?
That's a good question. I'll tell you why.
Thank you so much.
See, there are so many leaders. There are so many leaders out there in the world who have come out with such beautiful affirmations. I don't want to name any of them because they're all so good in their own field and their own the way their own process in their own way of teaching people and leading them to their growth. Now, those are affirmations which are being given by them, and you go on saying to them. There are videos on the YouTube and there are audios and everything available. You can always have a look. But an affirmation which is recorded in your own voice with that energy and passion, which I call it as a self-affirmation, which everybody calls it as self-affirmation, that creates more energy within you. That really hastens up the positivity within you. And ultimately, what happens is that in a much shorter period of time, you have to give a gestation period. In a much shorter period of time, that affirmation will see in your reality, will start taking you towards your reality. Whatever your goal is, whatever is that you want to achieve in life, because that affirmation will keep your thinking process in what you really want in life, not what you do not want in life. So this is how the affirmation works. The gestation period is always there. You have to give some time. It's like a Polaroid camera. The shutter is like the outer conscious mind, and the camera itself is the subconscious mind. See, the shutter does the job of clicking the picture, that image, which is in your outer conscious. And the picture is what is your thinking, what is your mental screen or whatever you are seeing the picture in a different plane away from you. And the subconscious and the mind, which is there, which is the camera itself, is doing the work. So that affirmation is doing the work in the subconscious mind. That is the camera. And after a certain period of time, the picture comes out from the Polaroid camera. You have seen those Polaroid cameras in the earlier days.
Yes.
Right? The picture starts coming out. The processing takes place and you see the picture. That is what the brain does. That there also there's a gestation period. So don't expect that once the affirmation is started, next minute you will things will start happening in your life. It can, but no, it takes time because the emotions and the vibrations have to get created for you to reach to that level of frequency where what you want is there. It is at that frequency. It is always at a much higher frequency than where you are today. That's why you want it. Otherwise, it would be already there in your reality. You have to reach to that higher level. Yeah.
Fantastic, sir. So can you please explain actually what is neuroplasticity of brain?
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful new terminology that has come out, which is known as brain neuroplasticity. What is plasticity? First, let me ask you a question. What is elasticity? Elasticity is something which it's like an elastic. You pull it and it goes back once you leave it. Correct? Plasticity, what I would say is, why it is plasticity? Because in plastic, once you change the shape of the plastic, it remains there. It does not come back.
Very true.
Right? Same is with the brain. What is the brain neuroplasticity? It is nothing but reactivation of your God's given gifts.
Okay.
Right? And they have come free to us as a standard equipment with our body. And because it is free, we place little or no value to it. And we stop using it. Normally, 95% or 90% of people stop using it after the age of 10. So we have to reactivate them. And what are those God's given gifts? Perception, the way you look at things.
Yeah.
Right? Focus. How much of focus you're keeping on what you want. Memory. We talk about, I don't have that much of memory. It's a good memory. There's nothing like a good memory. Everything is good. But the power of memory is to be increased. Then we come to the reasoning, the power of thinking. Most powerful is that power of thinking, the law of thinking. There's a law. You know the speed of thoughts? In 1 second, your thought can travel around the earth twice. The speed is 9,30,000 times faster than the speed of your voice. That's the speed of your thought. You have to, so you have to select the thoughts. You can't leave the thoughts just as it is, or it will take you wherever you don't even want to go. Then comes your imagination. This is the workshop of our mind. You know, a soul without imagination is like an observatory without a telescope. And then it's the intuition, the flashes, the dreams that come to you when you do your affirmations. That's what is intuition. This is what you have to, you know, start reactivating. And reactivation is done by means of meditations. Different meditations are there. For everything, you can have a different meditation. There are customized meditations for it. And once you start activating them, they will not come back. Like the plastic, once you change the shape, it does not come back to the original shape. It's only the elastic that comes back. That's why it is called plasticity. Those neuron paths get created within you, in your right brain hemisphere. And whatever, you have to create those neuron paths in the right brain hemisphere. And then through meditation, transfer it to the left brain hemisphere. It does not get transferred there automatically. However, whatever neuron paths are created in your left brain hemisphere gets copy pasted automatically on the right brain hemisphere. That's the beauty of it. So this is what, in brief and in short, is neuroplasticity.
Wonderful, sir. Amazing. Thank you so much for such a brief explanation of the neuroplasticity of brain. So what is the process of affirmation? Actually, many people have a confusion about what is the process. Some are saying writing, some are saying listening, some are saying they have different views about the process of affirmation. In a brief, in a simple manner, if you let us know to our folks, it's a great help to us, sir.
Sure, sure. First of all, you have to decide what you want in your life. It's the first step. Simply close your eyes, go deep into your mind, and use the power of imagination. See what you want in your life. Try to remember whatever you've seen and write it down on a piece of paper. That is what is the from the memory you have used, you have written down something on the piece of paper. So you have used the power of memory, you have used the power of imagination. Correct? Then,
Yes.
after that, you have to word it in the proper fashion. How will you word it? Then I, or it could be we, whatever. So and so. Either your name or the name of your company or the name of the group or the name of your family, whatever. I'm so happy and grateful now that this will, and then you write down the your whatever you put down on the paper through your memory and it just come out from your imagination. Okay, and sign over there at the bottom with the date. Now, what does that first statement do? It converts your your want into the present tense.
Wonderful.
And then take your mobile. Nowadays, you have your mobile. Simply pick up your mobile, put it on the recorder, and start recording that script with your own passion and energy. I, Dr. Rashmi, am so happy and grateful now that I'm going to have multiple sources of income and whatever, etc. Right? Or and you can even say something very general. I, Dr. Rashmi, am so happy and grateful now that I am acquiring increasing quantity of wealth through multiple sources of income in the exact proportion of the quality and the quantity of services rendered.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a wonderful affirmation. Thank you so much.
Go on listening to it as many more times as possible. That becomes a self-affirmation. Yeah.
Great. So, this is a special question request from a very special audience. Okay. So they're saying the one that is the same song on every platform. Will it impact the reality, sir?
Now, whose reality are you talking about? Reality of the singer or the reality
Or
of your
reality of the
audience?
singer?
Singer. Okay. So here there are two things. It's a wonderful question because my wife also is a singer for that matter. Just to keep you informed, she also sings a lot of things which are the same which I have heard 35 years ago. I still hear her sing, and still people ac- really acknowledge it and they really applaud it. And she said, "We heard you so many years ago." So there is nothing wrong in same song, and it is really bringing her in her energy and passion to perform on the stage. And if you're singing the same song with that energy, what happens is that energy goes out into the audience, and the audience gives it back to you. That energy starts flowing, and whatever the words of the song, the lyrics of the song, are something to do with your reality, to your want, your desire, it's bound to come into your reality because the energy has increased. You go on, that's like an affirmation. You're going on singing it and on every platform, and the energy increases, starts rotating from you to the audience, from audience to you, to the singer, what I mean is. And that really brings up your vibration level. And that will bring into your reality very smoothly without you even, you know, coming to know about it. You will see it in your reality. That is the power of affirmation.
Sir, does the lyrics of the song matters?
Very
And
much.
it impacts our reality. That's what you mean to say?
Yes, because the lyrics are one which are the heart of the song and the
And
soul of the
also,
song. Sorry, yeah. Please go ahead.
and
Yeah.
also the words with the music intensifies the emotion in the person or the whether it may be male or female singer. It enhances the emotional brain, that is the subconscious mind. It gets programmed, it gets rewired, and that's how it impacts our reality. That's what you mean to say? The words matters
Yes, yes.
of the song?
Yes, yes. What does the word do? The words, see, the mind does not understand the language of words. It understands the language of images. So when those words are spoken out, it is creating images, right? Maybe the singer or even the audience who are able to understand those words. It creates images. Now, those images, when they get aligned with your unconscious mind, which is the mind which pops up your emotions, when they get aligned to it, it magnifies the power of your imagination. And that imagination gives rise to the feelings within you. So if you are really feeling, it's a song which really makes you feel good, your vibrations will increase. And those vibrations, then when it goes out to the universe, after 68 seconds, it will activate the law of attraction. And then the law of attraction will start searching for those vibrations all over the universe and bring it to you. So whatever you are seeking is seeking you. That is how the reality comes in. That is how that singer or even anybody in the audience who's looking out for those and understanding those words will have that into their reality. That's how it
Fantastic, sir.
affects.
That's a great answer to the audience, like who was literally requesting for this specific answer for this question. So, the viewers want tips to fasten the reprogramming, especially with affirmation.
Yes. So those tips are the ones which I've already given you. Write down script in the format that I've given you. If you're using something else, you can use something else, but let it be a structured format. Okay.
Sure, sir.
And then you record it with your own energy and your own passion on your mobile or your recorder and go listening to it as many number of times as possible. Now, when you're doing that, you will not think of anything else which is against your want. Number one. Number two, you will never feel as though it's not happening. Don't feel low about it at any point of time. Think of only those things which you want, right? And since you've already written down, go on listening to it. Go on listening to it as many times as possible. This will create those neuron paths within your inner conscious mind, and it will start creating those emotions within you. And then, of course, the process starts for manifesting it.
So thank you so much, sir. It was a great pleasure for this particular topic. It was a very, very important topic for all our viewers. And very interesting part is the thought activates very fast. That is especially told about 68 seconds. You mentioned about how to very rapidly reprogram the subconscious mind with the help of affirmation by writing a script. Viewers, I would request everyone to use it and also test it. You experiment it, as the sir has informed in the video about the process, and let us know about your experience and also experiential truth through comments. And I wish you everyone a very good luck for all your future. And sir, thank you so much for being a part of our channel. It was a great pleasure to be part of our channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rashmi, and wish everybody all the best. And like my mentor, Jose Silva says, may the rest of your life be the best of your life. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Have a great evening.
Bye-bye.